don't know what's going on there. Yeah. Hey girls and guys and girls. Okay, so this comes from a dream that I'm not really that much gonna get into. But I was in a place. There was people there that I knew, and they had sweets, and I was like, "Oh, I want some sweets." And then someone came along whose name means free, and little man, something like that. And they came and they grabbed a hold of me, and I wriggled out of their embrace and then turned back around to the people that had the sweets, and then that was the end of the dream. Okay, so short and sweet. So I woke up confused what the dream meant, but I know I have an issue with certain food, right? And he's been speaking to me about that, and I'm going to work through that, and nothing is going to get in the way of that, in Jesus' name, amen. But he had to speak it to me in a way and show me throughout the past couple of hours exactly what he was saying to me. So he convicted me in my spirit, basically, in saying, this is what I'm speaking to you about, and it's not just for me, okay? Because I know there's other people who are out there who are experiencing similar things, and it doesn't necessarily have to be food, right? But he got me to write this word out, okay? In the way that he spoke it to me, I've had to write it out. So I'm gonna go to my notepad, my dream journal, where I write it down, and I'm gonna go from there, okay? And that's gonna be the word for today. So this word's titled "Sweets for My Sweets, Sugar for My Honey." If you're old school, you'll know the song. If not, go and look it up. You'll see what that song is, and it says, "I'll never ever let you go," right? So it's got a hold on you, okay? Whatever it is that sweetens your soul, the flesh in you has a hold on you, okay? So Proverbs 23:20-21 says, "Be not among riotous eaters of flesh, for the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty, and drowsiness shall clothe a man with rags." Okay, so that's Proverbs 23:20-21. So this is what he gave me, okay? He goes, "You are associated with the spirit of gluttony, and you want all the sweet things it has to offer. You flirt with your sweet tooth often, even daily, and you want what you want. So when you are offered a way out and to be free of the bondage you are standing in, you wriggle out of it and turn back to your old gluttonous ways." Now, this can be the case with actual food habits or something else you want in life that is sweet to view, touch, or taste. God is saying he wants to help you in this area because it is holding you back from what he has planned for you. Maybe you've stopped doing what you've been told or shown you need to do, like exercising, reading, or writing that book, whatever it may be. He is asking you to pick it back up again. He needs you to be obedient so he can bless you with everything he desires to. He says, "Leave the old mindset behind. The days of your youth are gone." 2 Corinthians 5:17. And it says, "If then any be in Jesus Christ, a new creature, the old things are passed away. Behold, all things have become new, for childishness has been put away, and new growth has begun." And then he's given 1 Corinthians 13:11. "When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I think as a child, reason as a child. When I became a man," or I put woman, "I put the ways of childhood behind me." That's the NIV version. He says, "Come to me as a child, innocent, ready to learn, humble, and all of that good stuff. But come as you are and become transformed in the renewing of your mind." Romans 12:2. And Romans 12:2 says, "Do not conform to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." King James Version. Yes, these old habits used to sweeten your soul and feed your flesh, but it's time you eat your vegetables and fruits. It's time to evolve now. So put down the foolishness. Okay, guys. So yeah, that was what he gave me to write down. And clearly there is a spirit of gluttony, not just upon myself, but upon others. Okay. So as I said, he had to convict me in my spirit today to say, hey, look, I'm speaking to you and I need you to put down these things, because to be honest with you, I fell off quite a bit lately on the things that he's told me that he wants me to do, and that's me being a bit disobedient because of things that I had currently been through that I haven't spoken about on this channel yet, and he'll probably have me to speak about it at some point. But because of a certain situation, I kind of fell off of what he told me he wanted me to do. I've been obedient in every other area. Like, I've stopped eating meat from 3 years ago. I don't drink anymore, 2 years. I don't smoke anymore, 8 years. Like, I've done everything else that he has asked me to do. But there are a few things that, because of a situation, I felt like I can actually admit I felt let down. Like, was I actually like hearing him? Like, you know, I had doubts as well. Like, I'm human, okay? Like, those things happen. So like, I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. But you know, it got me in a place where I came away from what I was supposed to be doing, and then picked up all of these bad habits and stuff that I originally had started getting rid of. So I've still got work to do, as we all have. And you know, he had to obviously pull me up about it today, which I've heard loud and clear. um it's just amazing how he speaks sometimes, right? So if there's anything in your life that you know is sweet to you, can be of the eyes, okay? Anything like that that you used to suffer with, like you could love a woman, right? You could love off women to that point and then just look good to you and all them things there, and you got problems when it comes to women or whatever it may be, or men or whatever it may be. Like, he's saying you need to put down that foolishness, okay? Because what he has for you is way better than anything that you can possibly see, touch, taste. You know, it's just better, okay? Everything he has is just better, even if it is things that are tangible, that you know you can touch and things of that nature. It's just better his way, okay? And that's what he's saying now. Like, put away these foolish things, these things that you thought were good for you, that you thought was the best thing for you. He knows what's best for you ultimately, okay? So yeah, just follow the instructions that he has given you, okay? As obedience is way better than sacrifice, okay? And it's just better being in his plan, right? I'm struggling with understanding his plan, and I ask him, and God's just funny. Like, he if he don't want to give me the answer when I feel like I want the answer, he's not going to give me the answer, right? He'll he'll do things his way, okay? And I just have to accept it. But sometimes it's hard to accept, and I speak to him like how I speak to a friend, and I'm like, so why won't you just tell me, like, you know, da 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 da, and just really often speak to him and stuff like that. And then he'll make me laugh in some kind of way and say, all right, well, maybe I'm being a little bit too what's the word, not even needy, like maybe I'm just being too pushy, or like I want it right now kind of thing. And that's why you're kind of keeping it away from me, and I'll just laugh it off. But then somewhere down the line again, I'll be asking him the same thing again. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but like, what is it? Like, what is happening? You know, we just want to know, right? Because it's just our nature as humans. Like, we want to know, right? Especially if we don't feel like there's much happening right now. Like, if we don't see anything happening in our surroundings right now, we want to know what's next, because we just feel unsatisfied in that moment. But it's calling, right, for within ourselves to realize that this moment is what is promised to us, okay? This moment right now is what we have to pay attention to. This moment right now is what we have to enjoy. Stop worrying about the past and stop worrying about the future right now, because this is the moment that is promised. Tomorrow is not promised to anyone. So right now you have this promise. Take care of this promise that you have in this moment. So right now he is saying there are things that you are sweetened to that are not good for you, okay? They are bad. It's time for you to let them things go, okay? Them things of the past. that you're holding onto, whatever it may be, it's time to let it go, because it's no longer a thing that is helping you. It's not sustaining you. You know, you got to come off the milk at some point and go into solid food, right? You got to put away sweet things and do good for your body and eat vegetables and fruits, as he says, right? You got to get yourself to that stage where you're not picking up the bad things because it's something that's just familiar to you. You know it, and it made you feel good at one point, but you can probably even feel it yourself. It doesn't make you feel great anymore, right? It's not like that thing that, you know, you're happy to incorporate into your day as much. It's just like a routine now, okay? You just do it because it used to help you. Like with me, with the food thing, sometimes when I get into an emotional state, I'll go and pick up something that's nice to eat, and after it's finished, I'm just like, well, I want something else, right? It becomes gluttonous. And we just need to realize that there's other things that we need to do now that will work out a lot better than those old patterns and those mindsets that we used to have, and those old food habits or whatever it may be, right, that we used to have. There's something way better that can help us to manage this, not even manage it, to get out of it even, right? Manage it to begin with, and then get out of it, free yourself from it, basically, because some things take time, okay? Like with the smoking, it took a while for me to get to a stage where I could actually stop smoking. I had to find an alternative, right, until I got to the stage where I could actually stop it, okay? So not everything happens just like that, okay? It's the strength within ourselves as well, our willpower to want to do better is what can help us along and possibly make the journey of it, the pain of it, a little bit easier, right? That struggle part, right? But he is the one who helps initially, but you've got to find it within yourself to want to do it as well, right? So putting it down is the hard part, and saying that you're not going back to it and going to continue to keep going back to it, right? Okay, so my nose. Sorry. So yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm literally done now, because the rest is just me coming out now. So before I get all goofy on here, I'm gonna bid you adieu and say ciao Bella. Bye.